Hello and welcome to EV Focus Now, and today we're going to be talking about Polestar, an EV manufacturer that's really doing some big things right now, and I'm really excited about the direction they're going and the vehicles they're putting out. So we're going to talk about all the things they're doing and why the Polestar should be on your radar when shopping for a new or your first EV. First of all, I want to thank you all for tuning in and watching another episode of EV Focus Now. I appreciate all support. Please don't forget to hit the like and notification button below. It really helps the channel. And thank you all again for joining me. I enjoy your comments in the comment section. Try to reply back to each and every one of you guys with your questions, your comments, and you guys also informing me of things that I'm not aware of. And I really appreciate it because I always am in the mood to learn more and more and enjoy doing this YouTube telecast, I guess you could say, on EV cars and my experience with them. And I hope you enjoy it too. So let's talk about the Polestar. Basically, Polestar is a spin-off company of Volvo and is owned by a Chinese company called Geely. Even though Volvo is a Swedish brand, Geely is the company that owns Volvo, and Polestar was at one time Volvo's performance, I guess, department of Volvo, sort of like AMG with Mercedes and M with BMW. Polestar was that for Volvo, but they branched out on their own, and they're still connected with Volvo. As you can see in some of the pictures coming up, their cars look very much like Volvo's, and they perform like Volvo's and have safety features like Volvo's. So they are a separate company, but I really like what they're doing. They only make electric cars, and they have some fantastic things going for them right now, which is why I think you should consider them for your first or your next EV. They currently have 4 models so far, with 2 more in development. So the first model was a Polestar 1, and it was a 2-door coupe plug-in hybrid made in very, very limited quantities, and it was very expensive at $155,000 for a plug-in hybrid. It's a performance plug-in hybrid, beautiful car, but it was just more or less kind of a test mule. They sold, I think they only made 50 of them, or 100, I believe, maybe less than that. But they don't make them anymore. You can't get them unless you buy them in the used market if you can afford it. But that led the way to their mass-produced EV, and you may have seen these on the road, which is the Polestar 2. The Polestar 2, again, is a 4-door sedan. They call it slightly an SUV. I call it a sedan that is lifted somewhat, but I guess you can qualify as an SUV. Everybody wants to call their mid-size vehicles SUVs now, so be it. It comes in dual and single motor versions with a 78 usable kilowatt battery. The range is from 240 miles roughly on a dual motor setup, and 272 for a front wheel drive model. Some people are not happy that it's front wheel drive. A lot of combustion cars are front wheel drive, so to me it really doesn't make a difference at all, as long as it drives well and everything. And 272 miles is pretty good. I love the styling of the Polestar 2. It's a beautiful car. I mean, it's well put together, really nice. The interior looks great. The dash, my only issue is I feel like, as you can see here, the dash is too compact. I feel cramped sitting in the front seat next to a passenger with that big center divide column there, which they designed for the tablet to sit there, the information tablet, and the one cup holder, which I'm not happy about either. There's a second one under the armrest, but still, should have 2 cup holders out front. But nevertheless, that's how they designed it. But I think it's a great car, beautiful. But I don't like how the front is set up. And I think with EVs, you should have a lot of room and more flexibility in the front to have space for storage or other things like that. And here they just there's a compartment underneath, but it's really just too wide with that center console. That's just my one gripe, but everything else about the car is beautiful. Love the car. I drove in it. Ride's fantastic. Got a lot of pickup and everything that you would suspect a Volvo would have, this has. And I'm a big Volvo guy. Had a convertible back in the day, and I'm just so happy they're coming out with hopefully better EVs, Volvo, and less expensive ones. But Polestar is obviously beating them to it a little bit, getting more models out right away, and Volvo will be catching up. So I really like the Polestar 2, and the way it looks, it's just a beautiful car. But they just announced just earlier this week that the Polestar 3 is coming, which is coming next year, which they call not a full-size SUV, but a bigger SUV than the Polestar 2. It's more like a lifted Volvo wagon back in the day, the C70, I think it was, not C70, V70, I believe it was. The old square wagons, I used to love those things. But this is a more sleeker version, I think, of that, and it is beautiful. Look at the styling that Polestar is doing on their cars. They really look fantastic. You can see the quality of the build and materials they used in all their EVs. Now, this particular EV on the Polestar 3 has a range of about 300 miles with a 111 kilowatt battery. Huge battery. So obviously this is a heavy car, and they're using, I'm not sure what the usable is, if they announced what the usable capacity is of the 111 kilowatts, but obviously it's a huge battery. 300 miles of range is plenty of range, exactly what I want to see in a car this size, to have that kind of range. This car will compete against the Cadillac Lyriq, the Model Y, the Mustang Mach-E, and other vehicles of that in that segment. You can see now how Polestar manufacturing is looking so good, or what they're doing here, and how their cars handle, and just the unique styling, and it's just modern, and it's luxury with sustainable materials inside and out. Just a beautiful job they're doing. They're a little pricey though, I will say that. Polestars can be a little pricey out there. The Polestar 2 comes around 48,000 up to 57,000 for top specs roughly, and this car, the Polestar 3, is read is around $84,000. So it's right in the range of the BMW iX, a little more than your Model Y, but again, I think you're getting a better built car than the Model Y, a better quality car with all the things that come along with it, such as they have a Google-based infotainment center and a navigation EV routing planning with projected range. So this is going to do very much like Tesla and Ford does, where it's going to route you to the nearest charger, tell you how far you can go, what your state of charge you will arrive with at the charging, and how long to charge for, which is fantastic. And more manufacturers have to get on board with that kind of technology in their cars, not just for seasoned people like myself who really don't need it. It's fine. I'm very versed in electric cars and driving, and I know when to stop, when not to stop. But it's great for new drivers to help them navigate and feel more comfortable when taking road trips. This car comes with comfortable seats, nice interiors that all the Polestars are producing right now. Great safety features, just as Volvo is known for on all their cars. Love the yellow seat belts, which is a nice touch as well. And the biggest advantage I think they have over everybody else except Tesla right now is the direct-to-consumer sales model, which gives it equal footing with Tesla and provides the customer with a peace of mind knowing that the price they see online is the price they're going to pay. There is no markup. So I think with that being said, that gives them a great advantage. They have, I think, facilities in not every city, but a lot of major cities where you can pick up the car, and they have mobile service, I believe, and you can take it there to the facility as well if there's any issues. So having that model in place really gives them an advantage. Ford is really struggling trying to get that model in place with their Model E division, because they don't want these dealer markups happening that's taking place right now with their Mustang Mach-E's, and especially with their Ford F-150 Lightnings. Markups of $10,000, $20,000, which is ridiculous. So Tesla not having that problem, and Polestar not having that problem, definitely give those two manufacturers a big advantage in my opinion. So I am very much on board. They're a little pricey for me. Like I said, I thought about it, the Polestar 2, still maybe consider in the future perhaps, but I just don't, the middle column just bothers me. So I'm probably gonna wait till another model comes out down the road. They're gonna have more models coming out, and Volvo is gonna have more models coming out. So maybe the Volvo will come out with a S60, which will be great, electric S60. So I'll wait for that, because like I said, Polestar and Volvo are very much the same company in styling and quality. So, but overall, the looks of the car are fantastic. I love what they're doing here, and I love all the tech and the things they have going for it. And I think Polestar is going to be a EV manufacturer to look out for, and definitely put on your shopping list if you can afford it. They're a little pricey, but again, if they start making them here in the U.S., they'll get the $75 tax credit, and they'll help the price down a little bit. So keep that in mind. Don't forget, again, to like and subscribe below. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate your support. And leave your comments below what you think about the Polestar brand and their models that they're coming out with. And if you think that you'll be in the market for one down the road. Once again, thank you for watching, and when it comes to EVs, remain focused. Bye-bye.